the NBA. Welcome to our Sunday night broadcast here on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg joining me courtside with our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Compensating for the absence of a key player can be difficult, but they've got to hold strong.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Niang out there with Lauri Markkanen. Then there's Bailey. Then there's Walker Kessler. And it's George in at the point. And for the Hornets, Brandon Miller out there with Grant Williams. Then there's Sexton. Then there's LaMelo Ball. And it's Plumlee in at the center. Possessions can't end until somebody grabs a rebound. Greg, two of the best on the boards are facing off tonight. They prioritize rebounding.
And getting those extra possessions can really break a team's will. When excellent rebounding teams play, everyone has to work a little harder to secure the ball.
Miller, Markkanen with the block. Over Williams. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. Sexton against George. There's Ball with the three. Kessler with the rebound. Markkanen passes to George. That one goes. Count it.
And nice touch inside. George can finish from all three levels.
Sexton with the bounce pass. Charlotte moving it around. Ball from long range. The basket good off the assist from Sexton.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Bailey with the ball. He's covered by Ball. And the basket by Bailey.
A little contact like that isn't going to do much to alter Bailey.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Pass to Miller. Williams has a screen for Miller. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Now, here's Markkanen. We saw him with 29 points last game. Hits it from three-point range.
And just no excuse, guys, for leaving a shooter like him open beyond the arc.
Ball feeling it out a bit. Williams kicks the ball. Fires for three. A rebound by the Jazz.
They're a little slow out of the gates. Just 1 for 4 from the field so far.
Here's George. Pass to Niang. Kicks it out to Markkanen. George passes to Niang. A three-pointer off the mark. And so Sexton will bring it up for the Charlotte Hornets. 4-point game coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
Scoring efficiency was an issue in that one. Took them too many shots to get their points.
Yeah, and I think they just seem to be a page behind, a step slower out there all game.
Now here's Markkanen. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Impressive awareness from Markkanen. I mean, down on the block there, really good job of using his height to get his shots off.
Back to Ball. Here's Plumlee. Kessler with the rebound. Kessler's got 4 rebounds in this game. Outside, George. Kessler passes to George. 5 on the clock. Lets it fly. Markkanen can't get it to go. So the Jazz, their last game, a loss to the Suns. You know, Greg, in recent seasons, Lauri Markkanen has taken on a leadership role.
And Markkanen has been the featured player on some very young teams, and he's really embraced that role, proving to be a positive influence both on and off the court.
Pass to Bailey. On the wing, Markkanen. Covered by Miller. Outside, George. The three. Sinks the three-pointer. George has got 5 now.
And developing that three-ball shot, George is putting in the work now.
Miller outside. Plumlee with a screen on Markkanen. Miller dishes to Plumlee. And that one is good.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Jazz leading by 3. Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
I caught up with Coach Charles Lee. We talked about Lauri Markkanen, and I asked him how he wanted his players to guard him tonight. And he said we can't afford to lose sight of him out on the perimeter because he's a big that can really shoot it, especially when he's operating in the pick and roll. It'll be interesting to see how Markkanen fares against them in this one. Guys, back to you.
All right, Allie, we thank you for that. Hornets have gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Ball, the pass to Sexton. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And he is just an explosive athlete. Sexton not at all fazed by the contact.
Here's George. He's coming off a 16-point game against Phoenix. Pass to Kessler. Here's Bailey. He's covered by Ball. Markkanen kicks to George. 6 on the shot clock. And the Jazz with another 3.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
Now, here's Sexton. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Minnesota. Here's Ball. Good, nice job down low. Ball's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Boy, I really like that aggressiveness from Ball, taking it right into the defense.
Pass to Kessler. Here's Bailey. He's covered by Ball. Sexton against George. Wide open look. Ball with the rebound. Hornets trail by 4. Here is Williams. Shoots over Niang. Williams can't get it to go. George against Sexton. Markkanen sets the pick for George. Going inside. Niang finds Markkanen. Jazz passing it around. His 2nd shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
Sexton with the bounce pass. Now, here's Ball. Not a lot of room. And it's sent back by Kessler. Bailey with a wide open look. Drills it from outside. And it's a 9-point Jazz lead.
And to be 6'9", pulling up like this, that's special stuff from Bailey. One of the many reasons people are so excited about this kid.
Now, here's Sexton. Over George. And it's sent back by George. Williams for 3. Rebounded by Bailey. Jazz leading by 9. Pass to Kessler. It's George on the wing. Lets it go from deep. Hornets with the rebound. Plumlee's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Miller, the pass to Plumlee. Back to Miller. Now Plumlee. And it's Miller in the corner. Drops in the tray.
And nice mechanics from Miller there. Ready to fire as that pass is coming.
Here's Markkanen. The shot's good on the assist by George. Markkanen's got his second bucket.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
And a timeout called by Charles Lee. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. And some changes here for the Hornets. Diabate's checked in, and it's Knipple in for Colin Sexton. The Jazz also changing it up. Sensabaugh is checked in, and it's Collier in for Keontae George. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Hornets. Trailing here by 8. And in the summer of 2022, Greg, the Utah Jazz traded away their franchise cornerstones, Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell.
And that signaled the beginning of their rebuild, but they've overachieved for a couple of seasons now that ended last year when they really bottomed out.
Now here's Markkanen. Here's Kessler. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Knipple wide open, and he fires. Drills the three-pointer.
A lights-out shooter. Opponents will learn quick. You have to guard Knipple tight, or he'll knock those down.
Down low, here's Markkanen, and Markkanen throws it down.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Here is Plumlee after the basket by Utah. Pass to Diabate. Miller outside for the three. And again, Charlotte with the triple.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Now, here's Markkanen. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. This is their first chance to take a look at the Jazz this season.
Yeah, faced off twice last season, and it was a split between the two teams.
Well, you know, both of these teams know and understand when they face off, it's a very winnable game for either one of them.
1:15 left in the first quarter of the game. Aston Niang. Here's Sensabaugh. Now Kessler. 4 on the clock. From deep. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now.
Now, here's Markkanen. He has 6. Here's Collier. Markkanen a screen on Miller. Here's Collier. Miller grabs the miss. Here's Diabate. No good that time. He gets it up. That shot missing. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Jazz lead by 2. We'll be back shortly live from Spectrum Center. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And the guys, what's your take on Utah so far?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Yeah, you know, you have a guy in there blocking a bunch of shots or multiple players blocking shots. It causes the offense to think twice when they go up for shots in there.
Utah has gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the three ball here. On the floor for Utah, getting going here in the second quarter. Collier out there with Kyle Anderson. Then there's Filipowski. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. And it's Hendricks in at the small forward position.
Love how Anderson plays at his own pace, always under control. He keeps his focus on the hoop even when getting fouled.
The Jazz shooting their first foul shot of the night. Charlotte making a switch here. Green's checked in. And that one misses. And spacing is so vital. But Clark, talk about vertical spacing.
You know, Kevin, that speaks to the ability to play in space above the rim. Think about the roller in the pick and roll situation, being able to go above the defense to finish a lob. Those are tough plays for defenses to stop. Helping in recovering and elevating to stop a well-timed lob, that's a real challenge for the defense.
Hornets trail by 6. Knueppel with it. 11 points for him in that last game against Minnesota.
And there really was a physical aspect of his performance that was off the charts. He was taking it right at him, and he just kept getting those calls and getting to the line.
And Utah has possession, following the score by Charlotte. Here's Collier. 9 points last game. They set the pick. Fires the 3. The Hornets pull it in.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
Here's Mann. Hasn't made one yet. And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession.
9th in rebounding. And they were in the top half of the league in terms of free throw shooting. It could have been better, but I just felt last year they had a few guys who were off.
And what really jumps out is their ranking in second chance points. They did some major work on the glass. Greg, those points really added up over the course of last season. Here's Collier after Charlotte getting the 3. Pass to Nurkic. And finished off by Nurkic.
And uses balance along with fluidity to finish at the rim. Nurkic is a unique big.
Now, Mann. Green, the screen. High, arcing shot. It's good, and the Jazz is cut to just 1 and a basket from Mann.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Floats it up there for Nurkic. Hammers the alley-oop through.
With excellent footwork, Nurkic remains effective in those pick and roll situations.
Here's Mann. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks a lot, guys. A big win here or there can really sustain a rebuilding team, and Utah coach Will Hardy said the results matter in order to keep belief in your process. Seeing the work pay off. The building of a team doesn't happen in one day. The players are staying with it, and they deserve all of the credit for that. Guys?
Okay, Allie, we thank you for the report. Last season Special K, Tre Mann was off to a hot start before suffering a back injury.
Yeah, that was unfortunate because a couple years ago he really started to make his name. So the injury set him back a bit, but I still think his upside is really good going forward. He was averaging 14 points a game and shooting 40% from 3 before the injury.
And a timeout called by Charles Lee. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Some changes for Charlotte. Grant Williams is checked in for Pat Connaughton. LaMelo Ball comes in for Josh Green. And it's Colin Sexton in for Tre Mann. Hornets trail by 3. Ball, the bounce pass. Sexton on the wing. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Jazz.
Their defense has been so aggressive right out of the gate, wasting no time shutting shooters down here with authority.
But how about their scoring in transition as well? That's been a big factor to this point. Are those high tops or track shoes these guys are wearing? My goodness.
And guys, hold on now. I'm getting word we have Shams Charania calling in. Shams, what do you have for us?
Thanks. Well, Ace Bailey's draft journey was highly scrutinized, and it wasn't just his height, but at the combine he measured over 2 inches shorter than he'd been listed in college. Rather, his refusal to work out for any team surprised a lot of folks and executives around the league. But it didn't scare off the Jazz, who selected him 5th overall.
Not everyone can shoot like him. Thanks so much for the report, Shams.
When Williams stretches his range beyond the arc, it makes it tough on defenses.
Nurkic a screen on Sexton. And here's the fast break. Ball leading the way.
Just great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and then trigger the fast break.
Now George, 8 points for him. Outside, Markkanen. Diabate grabs the board. And so Sexton will bring it up for the Charlotte Hornets. They trail by 1. Looking ahead to their next game, playing at New Orleans, they'll match up against the Pelicans. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them. The Jazz have gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. The shot by Markkanen, nobody around. Bailey with the ball, now guarded by Ball, and the basket by Bailey.
That's what made Ace Bailey a top 5 pick. His supreme talent as a pure shot maker.
Ball kicks to Williams. And here is Ball. He had a 33-point outing in their last game against Minnesota.
And he caused major problems with his defense as well. He had 4 steals by the time the game was over.
Now, here's George. It's a 3-point game. Here's Nurkic. Down it goes for his 3rd basket in as many tries.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
You know, possessing outstanding height at his position, Ball excels at using that size and his body control to convert through contact.
And Utah making a change here. Niang's checked in.
1 shot.
Free throw off from Ball. And you know you don't expect every team to be playing at their best here at the start, Clark, of the season.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, a long season means you're going to have some peaks and valleys. And if you have a couple of bad games to start the year, you don't want to overreact, but you do want to be serious about trying to correct what's going wrong. If an extended bad streak happens, now that's cause for a little more concern.
Just 5 to shoot. The basket good off the assist from Sexton. Sexton's got 3 assists now in this one. And so the timeout by Will Hardy here. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Plumlee, he's checked in for the Hornets. Brandon Miller comes in for Knippel. Walker Kessler, he's checked in for Utah. Markkanen from outside. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Plumlee's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Pass to Sexton. Back to Ball. Over Kessler. And Ball gets it to go on the assist by Sexton. Sexton's got his 4th assist in this one. Utah trailing here. Now, here is George. 8 points for him. Markkanen kicks to Niang. Here's George. Defended by Sexton. And George gets it to go.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Charlotte has gotten off 12 shots from beyond the arc tonight, hitting 7 of them. Now, here's Ball. He's got 16. Out to Miller. Lets it go with the 3. Utah with the rebound. Kessler's got 5 rebounds tonight. Pass to Bailey. And the foul called on Brandon Miller. That's his first foul. So it's the Jazz now. Outside, George. Clock at 6.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
Here's Ball. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Hey, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Hornets?
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
In addition to that, they've thrown their weight around inside tonight, too, thumping and bumping in the paint. A lot of their points have come from inside.
Clark, when you use the word unicorn, a one-of-a-kind player, LaMelo Ball fits the bill for sure.
Yeah, we've had so few point guards north of 6'7", and he's right in that range. And he also shoots it well on high volume from the three-point line. I don't know if there's a guy quite like him in the league at that size with that vision and three-point shooting marksmanship. He was licking his chops there, got a good look.
Here's Ball. 19 points in the game. On the wing, Williams. Miller outside. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams. That's now 8 points from Brandon Miller. George with the ball. 10 points for him. Pass to Bailey. Back to George. Now Markkanen for 3. Plumlee with the rebound. Plumlee's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Sexton's shot is good. Sexton's got the lead up to 4 now for Charlotte.
And superb at just finding avenues to the bucket. When Sexton goes strong inside, he is hard to stop.
And so the timeout by Will Hardy here. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. And now, here's the 2K leaderboard with the teams that last season scored the most second-chance points in the NBA. The Hornets 4th.
This was a team that was really savvy when it came to getting position under the boards and then getting those offensive putbacks.
Now, here's George. Markkanen in the corner. Over Miller. Markkanen can't get it to go.
Clear he's pressing a little bit right now, and that's not going to help.
Ball, no good. Jazz trail by 4. Plumlee with the rebound. Plumlee's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Ball, no good. There's always a need for shot makers in the NBA, GA, and that's what Ace Bailey brings to the floor.
Yeah, Bailey has a smooth jumper with a high release point that allows him to shoot over just about any defender. And when you pair that with his physical tools, his upside is through the roof.
That free throw good from Markkanen. So, GA, Coach Charles Lee of the Hornets, spending a decade as an NBA assistant coach. He has really paid his dues.
Yeah, 4 years with the Hawks, 5 in Milwaukee, part of that title team. 1 in Boston as well, another title. So he's been a part of winning, now trying to translate that to Charlotte.
Jazz passing it around. Pass to Bailey. 4 on the shot clock. And here's George for 3. Can't get it to go. He's made 4 and just missed his 4th. Here's Sexton. It's good. Sexton's got 6.
You know, you got to respect Sexton's scoring ability. The closer he gets inside, the more effective he is.
.151 left to play here in the second quarter. Kessler, a screen on Sexton. And George, here we go. Kicks it out to Markkanen. George looking around. Shot clock at 5. Another miss by Utah. Hornets leading by 5. Here's Ball. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on Ace Bailey.
Already in his career, we've seen the numerous ways in which Ball can score. He's got a lot in his package.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Ball. Greg, you talk about some players passing the eye test. LaMelo is one of those guys.
I mean, everything he does looks so easy with how he moves, and the numbers back up what the eye sees. He raises the level of his team whenever he's on the court.
Collier, he's checked in for Bailey.
You can just see the promise Ball has. It's oozing out of him. Already a triple-double threat, and he rebounds it so well at his position. Man, the future's really bright for this young man.
Niang, that's good.
Well, the defense not doing a good job at all of getting after him. They've got to crowd him and make it tough for him. That's his 2nd this quarter.
And 1:01 left in the first half of the game. Ball with the bucket. Ball's got 23.
Boy, making it look very easy. Ball has been unguardable tonight.
.54 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Outside, George. They set the pick. Aston Niang. Here's Collier. Kessler, a screen on Sexton. Knocks down the 3 ball. Collier's got 5 points now this quarter.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Ball kicks to Plumlee. And here is Williams.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
My kind of hoops. Straight ahead, playing downhill, and physical.
For Charlotte, they have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
And he knocks down the first one.
Known for his hard-nosed defense, Williams loves to get involved on offense, too.
He's perfect from the line this time.
When you send somebody like him to the line, it's pretty much easy money.
Here's Collier. He's got 5. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Collier's got 7 points in the game.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
LaMelo Ball getting it done for the Hornets. He totaled 14 points in the quarter. He's given them all the offense they need right now. And we'll be right back after this.
Thanks for tuning in. Did you miss us? Before we discuss the game at hand, let's first check out the upcoming schedule.
Look here now, Charlotte. I love a new season, new faces, new places. You get to watch the rookies develop. Nothing better.
Yeah, it's great to be back for us and for the players and for the fans. And now let's roll it back to that first half. How about LaMelo Ball so far?
You like how he's attacking on the interior, going after those high-quality looks. I mean, they tried to hassle him defensively, but to no avail.
Yeah, many of his points came in heavy traffic, something he better get used to. That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game. Kevin Harlan and crew with the second half.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Man, we're seeing a tremendous game from LaMelo Ball.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
And so George will bring it up for Utah. It's off to Boston for him after this game as they take on the Celtics. That puts them squarely in the middle of this 5-game road trip. They've got Colin Sexton. Grant Williams is out there with Plumlee. Then there's Brandon Miller. And it's Ball in at the 2. So that's the lineup for Charlotte. Charlotte has gotten a positive outcome on 7 of their 14 three-pointers in this game. Not bad at all. Williams sets a screen for Ball. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Clark, the Hornets with a bunch of promising young players, hoping they can jumpstart this rebuild.
And if guys like LaMelo and Brandon Miller can stay healthy, Kevin, that's going to be key. It would not surprise me at all to see them make a big jump forward.
First free throw is good. And maybe more than any team in the West, GA, the Jazz, really committing to the rebuild.
Well, in the West, it seems like you got 13 or 14 teams all trying to win now, and it just doesn't work that way. So it's not just about talent. It's also about timing.
Collier, he's checked in for the Jazz.
You know, you come up with a list of all of the creative players in the league, and, you know, you've got to have LaMelo Ball on that list somewhere near the top. You know, he gives you head-turning passes at least a couple of times a game.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other.
And I tell you what, guys, that's a big play to make in a close game. Potential momentum builder there.
Here's Sexton after the basket by Utah. Miller outside. Sexton with a screen on Markkanen. 3 on the clock. And there's Sexton. That's good on the assist from Miller. Sexton's got 8 points.
And, you know, for Miller, his passing is probably the most valuable and overlooked part of his game.
Utah trailing here. Outside, Markkanen. Over Miller. Markkanen can't get it to go.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Thanks, Kevin. Many have predicted an all-star future for Brandon Miller. He said, I don't really read anything like that. I just focus on what I can do today. It's all about the work. That's the only way to get better. I just came in with the mindset of making my team better and being a winning player. Guys, back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks a lot. Jazz trail by 4. Outside, George. Nice ball movement by Utah. Pass to Niang. From the line, and the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
They're doing work here in the second half, 3 or 4 to start.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
One shot.
Over the last 2 decades, Kemba Walker has been one of the few bright spots, Clark, for Charlotte basketball.
Yeah, you look back at his time there, he led the Hornets to their last 2 playoff appearances, Kevin. He retired as their all-time leading scorer, and now they're thrilled to have Kemba Walker back as a player enhancement coach.
Now, here's Ball. 25 points in the game.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
George with no one around. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. 13 points in the game.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Yeah, and they either have been unwilling or unable to take that shot away.
So it's the Hornets now, following the three-pointer by Utah. Here's Ball, and he lays it straight in. Ball's got the game tied up here for the Hornets.
Really important for Ball to maintain his poise around the basket. That's what allows him to take a bump like that and still convert.
And so the timeout by Will Hardy here. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Let's take a look at last year's leading shot blockers. You don't want one of these guys in front of you when you're coming down the lane. You look at Kessler. Fierce inside defender. Tops in the NBA in blocks.
It happened so often. I'd say to myself, there's no way he can get to that shot. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, and it go down as another block.
And Kessler throws it down.
Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time.
Not when he can throw it down like that. Boom!
Sexton finds Miller. Pass to Plumlee. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
Oh, and look at his man just go flying by him after the shot fake.
And it might be humiliating for the defender, but it feels oh so good on the other side. My goodness.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he was really in a good flow that time. Saw the opening, let the play evolve a bit, and then boom, boom.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. On the wing, Williams. Back to Ball. And Ball slams it in.
Well, it's great seeing Ball finish with strength like that, showing off the athleticism with that rim-rocking throwdown.
And Utah has possession. Here's Collier. He has 7. Kessler up top. He's guarded by Plumlee and stolen by Sexton. Right side, Ball. Pass to Miller. Lets the 3 fly. It's good. The assist that time from Ball. Ball's got 4 assists in the game. Here's Collier. Here's Markkanen. And Markkanen with a slam.
You know, when Markkanen's in this deep, he should be dunking it every time. I like to see him use his size like that.
And that's a great look at that slam from our AT&T Connected Cam. Charlotte's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Sexton deciding where to go with it. Pass to Williams. Miller outside. 6 to shoot. Shoots the 3. Kessler with the rebound. Kessler's got 7 rebounds in the game. Markkanen, solid play on the low block, and that one's good. Markkanen's got 4 points this quarter. Guys, we're not through 3 quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, competitive, and I think we all can agree that we thought this would be the type of game that would come down to the end.
Now here's Williams. He's got 7. Here's Miller, and it's Miller with the jam.
Add that to the highlight reel for Miller. I'm sure it'll grow quickly.
Jazz have gone 9 of 10 on their attempts in the third quarter. That is 90% from the field. What a roll they're on.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Here's Sexton after the made shot from Lauri Markkanen. Left side, Ball, the three. The rebound by Collier.
He had 6 points from long range in the first half, but nothing's falling here since.
And Kessler throws it down.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other.
And I tell you what, guys, that's a big play to make in a close game. Potential momentum builder there.
And so here's Charlotte after the basket by Utah. And Plumlee kicks the ball. Shot clock at 6. And here's Miller outside. Good. And the nice assist for Williams. Williams has got 4 assists now tonight. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Utah Jazz. You know, Clark, in terms of guarding multiple positions, few do it better than Grant Williams.
Yeah, Grant is really special defensively. I mean, he doesn't have the greatest size, and he's not a tremendous athlete, but what he has is savvy and a willingness to use his body to make it hard for the opponent. He guards 1 through 5 effectively, and he's got the strength to guard guys much bigger than him.
Knipples checked in for the Hornets. And Utah with a change here, too. Hendricks is checked in. George up top. He's got 13. Pass to Collier. And the 3 off target. Charlotte has gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
For Charlotte, they've gone 8 of 12 from the field since the beginning of the third. Miller, that's for 2. Gets to the corner and buries it. 20 points from Brandon Miller.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Here's Collier. He has 7. Outside, George. Ashton Niang. Here's Collier. Kessler the screen. 6 to shoot. Plumlee with the steal. Here's Miller. Finished off the break. Now it's a 4-point Charlotte lead.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Here's Collier. Now Kessler. He's guarded by Plumlee. A chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Hornets.
I like how simple they are just keeping things on offense. I mean, the mid-range area has been made available, and boy, are they taking advantage.
The shooting's been great, but also how about the energy level? That's what's impressed me the most. They've been getting it up and down in transition, and that takes effort.
He misses the free throw. Lepowski, he's checked in for the Jazz. And the second free throw, good. Hornets leading by 3. Outside, Sexton. Pass to Knippel. Back to Sexton. 5 to shoot. Fires from the wing. Can't get the putback. Utah's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Another miss by Utah. Miller inside. Working on George. Miller, no luck.
I thought he had that one. I think he did too.
Here's Collier. He's got 7. And it's Mason Plumlee with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. The Jazz making a switch here. Anderson's checked in. Here's Collier. Lets it go from 11. Hornets with the rebound. Plumlee's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. And Knippel slams it in.
Good to see the rookie Knippel knifing inside like this, showing just how dangerous he can be putting it on the floor.
Jazz trail by 5. Anderson outside. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
5th in rebounding. And for the assist totals, not strong. Top 20 in the league. I think they would have benefited from a more free-flowing offense. Too often they had guys just standing around.
And you just mentioned it. What a year it was for them on the glass. The sheer effort and energy they put into their rebounding was tremendous. Here's what Charlotte's going with right now. Diabate's checked in, and it's Pat Connaughton in for Grant Williams. Miller outside. And a rangy 6'7" wing GA with a smooth shooting touch. Brandon Miller fits a mold that a lot of teams are looking for.
And there's a reason he was the 2nd overall pick in 23. He's got the potential to be an impact wing at both ends of the floor.
First one falls for him. Clark, the future of the league is bright with the likes of Brandon Miller roaming the floor.
Yeah, I like him a lot. In 2024, he was 3rd in the Rookie of the Year voting. Chet and Wemby were the 2 guys ahead of him, and we know how good both of those guys are. I think he's in a great position to continue to grow and potentially be an all-star.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Now, here is Miller. 24 points for him. Tries again. Takes the 3. Hands it from downtown. Miller's got the lead up to 7 now for Charlotte.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Well, they're working the glass, really battling in that area of the game, and that's helped them stake this lead.
Here's Kessler. He's got 13. Hendricks can't get it to go. 1:21 left here in the 3rd quarter. Pass to Knippel. Back to man. Just 5 on the clock. And it's sent back by Kessler. With the step back. Here's Hendricks. For Utah, they have had 7 opportunities at the free throw line and made good on 5 of them. First free throw is good.
Starting to find a rhythm from the line now as they try to cut into this deficit.
Ball's checked in for Brandon Miller. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for the Jazz. Markkanen comes in for Kyle Anderson. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
Clock at 6. From deep. Utah with the rebound. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Pass to Filipowski. Here's Collier. Defended by Mann. And it's Collier missing.
He took it up strong, but the defense was ready for it.
Connaughton, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's the Charlotte Hornets with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We've got more in store for you right after this. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Hornets leading by 6. So on the floor for Utah, they've got Filipowski. Kyle Anderson is out there with Collier. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic, and it's Markkanen in at the 3, the small forward. Now here's Ball. Count it, good. Ball's got 31.
And he can carry a team. We've seen it from Ball before, and we're seeing it again.
Anderson dishes to Markkanen. Shoots over Knippel. Hornets with the rebound. Diabate's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. In the corner, Knippel with it, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Markkanen.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
Knippel with it. He's guarded by Markkanen. Outside, Ball. It's good from long range. Ball's got the lead up to 11 now for Charlotte.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there may be more in store.
Pass to Markkanen. Makes it off the glass.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
There's a screen. Now, Man shoots over Collier. Man can't hit.
For him, it has not been a game to remember, but all they care about is that W.
Here's Anderson. Diabate grabs the board. Diabate's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. And so Markkanen will bring it up for Utah. They trail by 9 points. And it's Collier missing.
He managed to knock down 1 triple in the first half, but nothing since then.
And again, the Hornets missing. Jazz have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Nurkic kicks to Markkanen. Pass to Collier. A three-pointer is right on target.
Yeah, good-looking bounce pass to set up that one.
And Kyle Anderson gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And the Hornets making a change here. Plumlee's checked in. And a switcher also for Utah. George Niang, he's checked in for Filipowski. Jazz on D. 6-point game. Ball with the bucket. Ball's got 7 points here in this quarter.
He's been terrific offensively. You can bet they'll feed him down the stretch. That's for sure.
Utah has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Kicks it out to Markkanen. Stolen by Knippel. Here's Diabate.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
To the paint. Here's Markkanen. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It goes on Knippel.
Really good to see Markkanen be aggressive inside. He's excellent at drawing the attention of the defense and then forcing them to foul him.
The first one falls. Officiating is always a hot topic among fans, Greg. That's never going to go away. And some people think the game is called too closely now.
Careful, Kevin. We don't need any fines over here. Fans are bound to get frustrated with certain calls, but overall, I think our officials do a great job, and the game is about as fair as it can be.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
He's a big guy with a soft stroke from the charity stripe. You love to see that.
Outside, Ball. Launches from deep. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got his 5th rebound in this one. Markkanen looking it over. Pass to Nurkic. Over Ball. And once again, off the mark by Utah. Man in the corner. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Corner pocket trade for Man. Stretching out that defense.
Jazz trail by 11. Here's Collier to the middle. Hits. Got that one from Nurkic.
Most any coach loves points coming off assists.
For Charlotte, they've gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Pass to Man. Outside, Ball. And here's Plumlee. 6 on the shot clock. Shot, high post. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. Ball's got the lead up to 11 now for the Hornets. Here's Collier. Anderson outside. Screen by Niang. Anderson passes to Collier. Shoots over Man. And it's Collier missing.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Knueppel with it. Shoots over Markkanen. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. And that's now 10 points for Knueppel. Here's Collier. Outside, Markkanen. Ball against Anderson. And Anderson slams it in.
They call him slow-mo. That dunk from Anderson was anything but slow-mo. That was power-mo.
And so it's Charles Lee calling timeout. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. A different look for Utah. Walker Kessler, he's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Bailey comes in for Kyle Anderson. And George is subbed in for Collier. Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Charles Lee said to the team. And despite the lead, they are still coaching this team hard. In the huddle, they told their guys to stay alert. Do not give them anything easy. They want to protect this late lead, guys.
Thank you once again, Allie. Now, here's Sexton. Out to the right wing. There's Ball with the 3. Good. And Miller gets the assist. Miller's got 3 assists in the game. Niang in the corner. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And here's Sharp. They're on a 14-6 run. Miller. And Miller throws it down hard.
And with his diverse game and 6'9" frame, Brandon Miller can score in bunches. And on nights like tonight, it's really hard to get someone to match up with him.
Here's George following the bucket by the Hornets. Larkin in a screen on Sexton. George with the bucket.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Miller outside. Williams has a screen for Miller. Outside Williams. Stolen by Markkanen. Pass to Bailey. And finished off by Bailey.
And no shortage of agility for Bailey. He just leaps up to the rim.
Now, here's Sexton. Now, here's Ball. And here's Miller. Over Markkanen. A putback. It's good on the putback. And the Hornets lead by 14.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Kessler's screen on Sexton. And Kessler throws it down.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
And so here's Charlotte after the basket by Utah. Miller dishes to Williams. Pass to Sexton. The Hornets need to get a shot off here. Shot from free throw range. A shot by Williams, no good. And so George will bring it up for the Jazz. And the basket by Bailey.
What a big night for Bailey. Scoring it well. I have a feeling there are going to be a lot of these performances in his future.
Now Sexton. Plumlee sets the pick for Sexton. Outside, Ball. Here's Plumlee. Got a piece of it. Plumlee with the steal. Oh, the slam dunk.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Shooting two.
And he makes the first. And Kessler drops them both.
And just a better job of getting to the line here in the second half. Didn't get there once in the first.
Now Williams. Outside, Sexton. Now Miller. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That does not go. Now Markkanen. Now Bailey. Markkanen with it, and it's Miller picking him up. George fires. Misses the three.
Really hard to stay competitive when you're taking low percentage shots.
Cleared away by George. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Utah. Beyond the arc. The three goes down.
And he's really made the most of his opportunities today. I mean, he needs to keep working for those kinds of looks.
Hornets leading by 7. Outside, Ball. Bailey pulls it down. The Jazz on offense. Oh, that was a two-hander.
Accepting more of a leadership role over time. Markkanen not bashful at rising up to take huge shots.
Charlotte has gotten 3 of their 6 3-pointers to fall here in the fourth. Ball. Good. Lays it right in there.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Jazz trail by 8. Now Markkanen from outside. We've got 1:08 left in the fourth quarter. 6 to shoot. George! Off target from outside. The Hornets shooting very well right now, 52% in this fourth quarter. Cleared away by George.
Really good work by the defense to protect the rim and alter the shot.
Markkanen. And he does not hit. Sexton. Nice execution down low.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
And Utah has possession. Trailing by 10. Outside George. Markkanen against Miller. And stolen by Miller. Right side, ball. Williams fires from 13 feet. It's in.
And it's just competing. You know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
And so it's the Hornets taking care of business in this one. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. Once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. So for Alan LaForce, to my colleagues here at the table, Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for being with us. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, LaMelo Ball.